my channel. If you're new here, great to have you here. Thank you for your company. Do you have sleep problems, or do somebody you know has sleep problems? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. I've had sleep problems off and on most of my life, and as a mature woman, it is part and parcel of getting older. So we're going to be talking about restorative sleep today and why it is so important to pay attention to it and make sure we get enough sleep. And this is the first of a series of videos on sleep. So if this is something that interests you, keep watching. On this channel we talk about health and wellness of mind, body and spirit, and I share my stories and I give you tips on health and well-being. And so if this is something that is interest of you, please like the videos if you enjoy them, and please subscribe so you can get updates, because we talk about all things wellness and all things on health for mind, body and spirit. Anyway, let's get into today's video. You know, it's a real problem when we can't sleep. When we can't sleep, we feel totally exhausted in the morning, particularly if our sleep problems go on for a very long time. And it can be something that really upsets us, or it can be something that we ignore and we just accept as being part and parcel of our life. But you know, if we don't get enough sleep, we're not going to be as well as we could be. And we're not going to be as healthy in our bodies particularly, and in our minds. So sleep is very, very important. And so let's have a look at a few things why sleep is very, very important for you. And perhaps this might give you a reason why you should look into it a little bit deeper for yourself. I know with my story, I have had sleep problems for most of my life. You know, as a teenager, of course, you know, that's part and parcel of teenage life. Your hormones change and things like that. And then when I had children, and I had 4 children in 5.5 years, and I didn't get much sleep at all, and I had to find new sleeping patterns. But as I'm finding, as I'm getting older, there doesn't seem to be any real rhyme or reason why I'm not sleeping. So I've had to really look into it in depth, because I want to be well. I don't want to be mooching around all day and dragging my feet and feeling tired and yawning, not being able to focus. I want to feel alive. I want to feel well. I want to feel that I'm ready for the day. I want to feel that I want to enjoy the day. And so I do everything I possibly can for that to happen. And so looking at my sleep is such an important factor, and it's something that I monitor all the time, because my sleep pattern changes. It's because of age, it's because of different responsibilities during the day, it's because of routines change, it's because something bad happens and it disrupts my sleep, or something good happens and I get excited and it disrupts my sleep. So things change all the time, and we need to understand that we need to change with those changes to be able to adapt properly, correctly, to stay well and keep our well-being for our mind and our body. So the first thing I do to help me to sleep is to slow down. I had a major accident. Actually, I had 3 major accidents within 12 months. About 4 years ago, I fell from a height and crushed my shoulder. Then a few months later, somebody slammed in the side of my car on the left side. It was their fault, wiped out the side of my car. And I wasn't injured, but I was certainly shocked. And then I just got that back from the workshop, and then a big truck, as I was standing still, giving away to my right on a roundabout here in the UK, a big, what we call a lorry, and it slammed in the back of me, wiped the back of my car out, caused me to have whiplash and more post-traumatic stress. So there was the 3 major accidents that I had, but one thing it really did affect is my sleeping patterns. And some of those sleeping patterns that was caused through that shock, so I started to embed themselves into my psyche. And so I had to deliberately and intentionally make sure I was prepared for sleep, to have a mindset. And I realized that it was in my mind, that my inability to sleep and settle down was in my mind, because I was in post-traumatic shock, and I was aware of it. So I'm really pleased that I was aware of that, and so I researched that and learned how to deal with that. And so in preparing for sleep, at least 2 to 3 hours before I go to sleep, I start shutting everything down. What do I mean by that? Well, this time of year we're in late spring, moving into summer. It can, here in Wales, it can stay light up to about 10:30 p.m. And so I have to intentionally make everything dark. If I want to go to sleep at 9, I get up at 5, so I want to get into bed by 9. I start drawing my drapes, and I start putting on my low lights. I start preparing my mind and my emotions for sleep. Now, if I didn't do any of this and I hopped straight into bed, you can guarantee that I wouldn't settle down. My mind will be racing, and I would still be thinking about the last thing that I had done. So I have to intentionally slow down and prepare for sleep, and this might be something that may help you. So I encourage you to try it. Draw your drapes at a particular time. Think about what time are you going to get up in the morning, and count back at least 10 hours, because you may be a person that needs 8 hours sleep. You may be a person that can survive quite happily on 5. I can survive very happily on 5 to 6. And so I think about, so my preparing time actually starts 8 hours before I want to wake up in the morning. So I start drawing my drapes, I put on low lights, I could put on candles. If you're not happy about having candles with flames, you can buy candles with batteries, and it'll give you a lovely low light. I use them all the time, and this is a candle with, it's got a battery in it, and I just bought these on Amazon, which most things that I buy these days, because I find them economical and I don't have to race around most of my time trying to shop. And so I put on several of these, and I create an atmosphere. I've also got these low lights, and these are great. I really love these on Amazon. Again, I'm not affiliate, by the way. I'm only recommending this because I find this helpful. You charge it up with a phone charger, and stick it in your, in the wall or in your computer, and you can set it to full on. You can dim it, and I use it mainly for a movement light. When you pass past it, it comes on. My dogs sleep downstairs, so I have these dotted around, so when they get up in the middle of the night and then walking past it, the light comes on for them, so the night doesn't seem so long for them. But I find these are great, and it's got a magnetic thing, so anything metal it'll stick to. And I dot these around the house. Once it's charged up, it lasts for several days, and I find that really helps me to prepare for sleep. By my bed I have a lamp, and it is a dimmer lamp, so I can dim it right down. And I also have an alarm, which is it's a Lumi one, and it's a sunrise, but it's also, it closes down. You set it, and it's like the sun is going down, and so it creates the atmosphere of sleep for you as the light dims over a period of about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then switches off. The idea is, and then you would be asleep. So I do those things regularly every single night to prepare myself for sleep. And another thing I prepare myself for sleep is that I try my best to stick to a sleep routine, and when I don't, I really can see a difference. Sometimes I can get to 9 o'clock and I think, oh, I'm really not tired, and it's still light outside. I'll go for another walk with the dogs, or I'll stay a bit longer in the garden and just sit and enjoy the rest of the evening. But when I do that, I find that my mind and my body gets completely out of sync. You know, when I was young, I used to really think, all these older people, they go to bed at a certain time and they eat a certain time, and isn't that a boring life? And I managed quite well for many years without really sticking to personal routines, because it suits my personality and my lifestyle. I like the spontaneity. I like doing things on the spur of the moment. But as I'm getting older, I'm in my mid-60s now, but I found about 10 years ago that if I don't stick to a routine, it really, really affects me. And now I understand all those older people that I met, why they were so rigid in their routines. And because I am learning to be as well. And it's difficult when you're a person that just likes doing things on the spur of the moment, and like the excitement of life. Is really hard to discipline yourself in a routine. But you know what, if I don't, I'm not doing myself any favors. And you may be the type of person that really needs a routine, particularly if you have sleep problems. So to have the routine to prepare yourself for sleep is so important. Another thing I do to prepare myself for sleep is to put on some soft music. I put on Ocean Radio Chilled, which I absolutely love, and then when I actually get into bed, I put on Sea Sounds of the Sea, and I actually go off to sleep with that, and that's on my Alexa device. Again, I'm not affiliate for that, but these are things that I use to help me to get into a routine. And so I feel calm, and I try at least an hour before I go to bed to put on Ocean Radio Chill. I shut off my computer, because if I'm not tired, the temptation is also just to keep on working. Oh, I did a little bit of this, I'll check this email, or watch the Facebook. And I have a lot of friends that are on Facebook 24/7 it seems, and I have Facebook friends from all around the world, so it's so easy to get caught up in that. But I need to discipline myself to be able to, for my body and my mind to be in sync, so I can stay well and healthy, so I can wake up in the morning and embrace the day and feel really, really good. I'm suffering from arthritis. I really have it everywhere now. It's sort of onsetting rapidly, and I adjust my diet and my exercise routine for that. And I also have to adjust my sleep and how I sleep and how I position myself in bed. And for those who have chronic pain of any sort and it affects your sleep, look at how you position yourself in bed, because how you position yourself in bed tonight may not work for you tomorrow night. And how you position yourself in bed last night may not work for you tonight, because your body changes, the location of your pain may change, the intensity of your pain can change, and even the cause of for those who have multiple reasons why you have chronic pain. So you really need to be looking at positioning yourself in bed, probably in a fresh way, possibly every single night. So take time over that. You know, it always amazes me how people place more time on their cars and their houses, and they spend more money on their cars and houses, and they think about enhancing and repairing and looking after their cars and houses more than they do their own body and their own person. You know, sleep is so important. So taking the time over this is really, really important. The next video I'm going to be talking about how to journal for sleep, understanding your sleep patterns to ascertain how much sleep you actually need and what to do, and how to journal that may work for you. So as ever, I thank you for watching and thank you for your company. If you've enjoyed this video and if it was helpful to you, please like, and please subscribe as well, because that will support this video. And if you like videos about health and well-being of mind, body and spirit, you'll get automatic updates every time I post a video. And if you think this video is going to be helpful to somebody else, please share, and please comment, because I would love to hear from you. Do you find trouble sleeping? Have you found ways to help you to sleep at night? If you have, let me know in the comments, because that will be really helpful to me, and we can support each other in that. So that's all for this video, and remember that your wellness really does matter. Your wellness of mind, body and spirit, so you can live life on purpose in hope, faith and love. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.